What up, people? It's your boy, Master Chudy, with another video. So I thought I'd look at our comic sales for the September 2017 month. And we get our top five, Marvel Legacy, Metal, Venomverse, Batman, and Batman. But we should not be deceived by Marvel's Legacy number one being the number one. Sure, it sold a lot. It's the first issue, though. And yes, the cover looks, pretty good. But it's still, deception. I'll tell you why. $5.99. $5.99. Nobody is paying that much money, unfortunately, for a comic book. So I can imagine, and there's stacks of them at the comic book shop I left. So we see, though, our top 10, though. Shipped. Action Comics, DC. Batman. Batman, the Murder Machine. Dark Knight's tie-in. Batman, the Red Death, Dark Knight's tie-in. You have Walking Dead. You have Harley Quinn. You have Batman. Venomverse. Dark Knight's Metal, and of course Marvel Legacy. Marvel only has 2 titles in its top 10, while DC has 7. And it's all connected to their main event, most of these. So it goes to show you what's happening. The game is being run by DC, terribly owning Marvel. Let's keep going down. You got your Star Wars doing okay. I wasn't impressed by this Captain Phasma thing. It's its first issue. Many people don't have expectations for the next issue, but Star Wars is saving Marvel. Star Wars. And Star Wars Darth Vader, I recommend this, very good. They're owning the game. Secret Empire Omega, apparently, after the debacle that was Secret Empire, they had to have a little epilogue. I don't know for that, man. Moving down, we got Astonishing X-Men, which is a very good one. I recommend this one as well. You have Teen Titans, thanks to the Metal tie-in, which is very close to the, to the top 20 position. Let me see that Venomverse has been falling after issue, which means people, maybe it's not well liked, but people are still maybe not feeling the Marvel, and Marvel's not doing what it's supposed to do. X-Men Gold, this is the Omega Red finale, the 11th issue. I expect it to fall, and it really does as we move forward. So we see great DC titles that should be up there, like Superman. Such good stuff. It should be up there. Mighty Thor. Another thing that's interesting that people are picking up, which is actually, baffling, is that you've got Thor Ragnarok that's coming out next month. People will come out of the theaters and they'll be like, oh man, you know what? Let me see if the comic can compare. That's how I was before I really got into comics. Like when I left the movie, I was like, you know what? Maybe I should see how these characters operate. So somebody's going to go and sing, oh, Mighty Thor. All to find out that it's not Odin's son, the son of Odin. Thor of Asgard. No. It's Jane Foster. The already well-known, relatable human being woman who was either a great astrophysicist or a wonderful, caring, professional EMT, regulated, has now become Thor. Which makes no sense. At all. At all. And then people will come in saying that, where is the character? And it's like, oh no, we did this a couple years back. Why? I think they changed Thor. I don't know whether it was in 2011. No, it couldn't have been 2011. Maybe 2012 or 13. If it was 2011 when the first Thor movie came out, then for goodness sake, why would you do that? If it was in 2013, Thor: The Dark World, which I thought was an okay movie, came out. Why would you do that? When he's making Marvel their money, you want to then replace him? A well-known, established character? Oh, no. Yeah, you got Runaways. Expect this to drop. X-Men Gold, yes, the next issue, dropped from 11 as I expected. Invincible Iron Man. Riri Williams. Look at that. But no Tony Stark. Meanwhile, Tony Stark was in... Iron Man has been in how many? Tony Stark in 3 movies, 2 Avengers movies, 1 Captain America movie. He was in Spider-Man. For goodness sake, Tony Stark. We all liked when Robert Downey Jr. was first picked because he looked like Tony Stark, and now you replace him with Riri Williams, and it has nothing to do with race. Look at my skin. No, and I'm not trying to be, I'm not trying to like, do that because yeah, that sounds, a little bit pretentious of me. But still, make her an apprentice to Tony Stark. You could have had her to be the next rescue. Well, Pepper decides to say, the superhero gig ain't for me. Respectable. Riri Williams could be like, could have been like a high school intern, and everything like that. And when you think about it, reason why Homecoming kind of rubbed me the wrong way is that it could have been the perfect story for Riri Williams, She's in this internship program. She gets the rescue machine, and it's Tony who's teaching her, I don't want you to do things I would do. Like, if you wrote her well, Spider-Man Homecoming could have been like a Riri Williams movie. And people would have gotten it, because this is Tony's apprentice, who wants to be a hero, who's very smart, but doesn't know the ways of the world. And you do that, even though the villain aspect seems very popular. Yeah, I should show Supergirl more love, but I don't know why I'm always wary. I don't know. Super Sons. It shouldn't be this low, and because of the way that the market is, man, you can see that DC good books are suffering too. It dropped about 2,000 or so issues from last month, but this is a solid book. This is solid, and the story is good. I recommend you buy Super Sons. And then you can see this, like, you got a Star Wars movie coming up, and Poe Dameron is, like, selling this much. And then again, Poe wasn't really a big deal in The Force Awakens, to be quite honest. So, I get it. But this is supposed to be the new trilogy stuff. Same thing with Star Wars Adventures. You're looking into the new trilogy stuff. And it would be selling more, but this is IDW. This isn't Marvel. Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps should be selling more as well. It's good. Green Lantern Corps. Should be selling well as well. Trinity and everything like that. Batman and Shadow, Thanos is not being, propped up enough. All the good books in Marvel. Look at this, Black Panther. Before Ta-Nehisi Coates took over, even apart from him, and I don't like Black Panther being written as some type of political tool. Well, I'm Nigerian, and I understand the dichotomies between, African Americans and, Africans. It's rough, but I think there'll be unity eventually. But Black Panther is an African. And he is his nation first, which makes it refreshing to see an African leader do that and improve his people. I don't know what Ta-Nehisi Coates did, but he ruined this thing. He ruined him, Venom, 154. Venom, which has been one of the, like I said, 154, I call this the gem of Marvel. Not enough. And the story seems to be progressing well. I would recommend that. Nightwing, the New World Order. DC kind of hasn't advertised that enough, so, that's kind of on them. And then look at this. Red Hood and the Outlaws. Oh, my heart. A good story. One of the best Rebirth titles, not getting the love that it deserves. Only selling what? Less than 25,000 units. I recommend people to buy this book, man. Buy it. We need to help out Red Hood and the Outlaws. Got Deathstroke here, And I get Deathstroke is hit or miss, but it's still a solid title. Batwoman has been dropping. I feel I get the reason why. But let's move into some of the other titular things. Look at this. Hulk. So you have Totally Awesome Hulk. Hold on, first of all. Look at that, less than 20,000 copies. And it's not even Bruce Banner, who is supposed to also appear in Thor Ragnarok. And one dude is going to be like, oh, let me check out Thor. Let me check out, I just watched Thor Ragnarok. I just watched Avengers Age of Ultron and then the Avengers. And maybe I want to go back and watch the 2003 and the 2008 Hulk movies. Where's the Hulk? Where's the Hulk? Where's Bruce Banner? Oh, no, it's Amadeus Cho, who, by the way, I appreciated as his own character. Like, he didn't need to take on a superhero mantle. He was a super genius. And super geniuses are not to be trifled with. He was already a pretty well-established, maybe out-there character. You didn't need to make him the Hulk. It made no sense. I don't know if he ever interacted with Bruce Banner like that to even say the mantle is mine. And speaking of the mantle is mine, Hulk, which is based on She-Hulk, is not even called She-Hulk, Hulk. Same same misconception somebody will have about saying, "Oh, well then, let me check out the Hulk. Let me see what Bruce Banner's up to." No, it's his cousin, and the person who I guess would have the right to take the mantle as a Hulk is not the Hulk. She's She-Hulk, and her comic is it's not even her hulking out. It's her doing some stuff. Like dang, lies, so many lies. Miss Marvel, a character that I still believe has wonderful loads of potential. Look at that, 16,000 copies. Iron Fist, which is apparently a good one. They're not hyping that up enough. They need to do it. Bane Conquest, yeah, Hellblazer, Mr. Miracle 1 is a reprint. Black Bolt, I've heard good things about, 14,000 something. Gwenpool, Heather Antos' baby. Look at that. Less than 15,000. Another drop. Ah, dang, forgive my shaking. Mighty Captain Marvel, your flagship, 13,000. Look at that, terrible. I expected Superwoman is ending in about 4 more issues, so yeah. Iceman, 13,000. All of the what they've done to Iceman, terrible. I have to say. Look at that. 13,267. And I can only imagine the drop that will happen after this month is taken in, because we've all seen diversity in comics interesting yet frustrating. Interesting yet frustrating review of that. Look at this. The best generations, Hawkeye and Hawkeye, is in fact the lowest generation selling. People said, "Oh, this is the best generations book," but it even sold less. You see, Marvel can't even cop to that. So I keep moving. Secret Warriors, Marvel. Look at these. Supposed to be bad as stuff like this. Luke Cage, 11 something thousand. He got a damn show. This should be higher. People should be more interested. Okay, what else? Woo! I'm going through these. Cyborg, Justice League, it's the same, but people really are not feeling the book, fortunately. Unbeatable Squirrel Girl. Look at that. 9,869. And then we get to America Chavez. Initially America was beating Squirrel Girl, so you could say, well, at least America's... We all know America Chavez's problems, but at least she wasn't Squirrel Girl. Now, Squirrel Girl has beaten America Chavez. America Chavez is now the Squirrel Girl of Marvel. Well, they're both terrible, and then you get more into it. This Nick Fury book that I don't think anybody has at all. And you get into the more obscene ones, we got Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Look at that. 7,153. And, yeah, keep going. A couple more reprints and, dang. What else do we got here? And, yeah, that'd be it. So, people... When you see this, take this with a grain of salt. Yeah, Marvel Legacy is number one. It's number one in sales. It shipped quite a lot. But it ain't really number one. Unless these things aren't going off the shelves, and there's still stacks of them that you could use to fill up a bookshelf easy, never take it with that. Marvel still got problems. The books that have its real flagship characters don't even have the originals, and you got movies out. Guarantee you somebody's going to be angered that they're not seeing Thor after Thor Ragnarok in a known comic known as Mighty Thor. All the books that I recommended, I would recommend that you guys get them, because we need to help out good quality books, Venom and all that good stuff. Even Iron Fist, Red Hood and the Outlaws, all the good DC books, you got to help them out. We got to help this industry out by just promoting good stuff. Marvel is going to fall on its sword eventually, and, it is going to be a sad day, but, it is what it is. So once again, thank y'all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notifications. Once again, I do these videos for you, the people, so you can just get some good content out. So thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all later. And I got probably a couple more reviews later in the day. Yeah.